Hi everyone. So today I'm going to come at you with a very special video, at least a very special video to me. I am finally going to build an aquarium rack, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for many years. So I did a lot of research, watched a lot of YouTubers, read a lot of articles, read a lot of information about floor studs and things like that, where to place it, just to make sure that you don't put too much weight in one spot, and things like that. And after a lot of research, a lot of reading, I finally decided to, go ahead and do it. So today I'm going to show you how I am going to do that, and hopefully, maybe it will be helpful to some of you out there that want to do it too. So the first thing you, in my opinion, should do is do a lot of research, unless you are very, well known with building things. If not, then I would definitely recommend for you to do the research. And after you do the research, make sure that you get the measurements right. Always make sure that when you measure the aquarium, you always have to have a little bit of playroom on both sides. And for this project, I am going to be using 7 2x4x8 planks. And another thing I think is important to mention, if you're not familiar with like different types of wood and different kinds of thicknesses of planks, a 2x4 is not actually a 2" by 4" It is a 1.5" by 3.5" plank. So just keep that in mind. If you didn't know that, take that into consideration when you draw your blueprint and when you do your measurements. So here is my blueprint. It is not accurate in terms of like to scale, because it looks more like a square rack, but it will be more like a rectangular rack. I just made it just to kind of know where everything goes. So here's my blueprint. Let me show you. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, I measured, how wide each plateau is going to be that the aquarium is going to be on. And then you see those dark gray planks. They're also going to be on the other side, but I didn't include that in the drawing. That's just something for me that I knew. So this is how I made it. And that's what it's going to look like approximately. Just more rectangular than it shows. So yeah. So that's the blueprint. And other than that, what I am using is I'm using my drill. I am using 8 by 2.5" wood screws. $250 of them, and I'll be using about half of this. And then I am also going to use a tri-square. I haven't unpacked it yet because I had to buy one. I didn't have one. Just to make sure that you get the angles right when you're putting everything together. And of course, I also bought a leveler. Very important. Something that I haven't had in a long time, but yeah, I always used to have a leveler when I lived in the Netherlands. So with that being said, let me just show you quick what kind of wood I have. And also, since I'm not in a situation where I have a garage or a workspace, I mean, I'm sitting in the bedroom right now, it says enough. I actually got all of the wood cut at Home Depot. I don't know how it is anywhere else in the world, but here in Canada they do it for free. The one that I went to, they did all of the cuts. I just literally wrote down like, okay, I need 6 times 11 inches. I need 4 times 5 inches, whatever. Just to give you an example, and so they were able to follow it, and that's how I got all my wood cut. I could have technically bought a saw table, but not this time. Maybe in the future if I decide to do some more projects. I just didn't want to spend that kind of spend that amount of money for just one project, because I don't know if I'll be making more. So without further ado, let me show you the wood, and then we're going to put the aquarium rack together. Okay, so I got 4 pieces that are 6 feet long. Those are going to be the legs of the aquarium rack. And then I got 6 of these pieces right here. They're 21 inches. And those are going to be the sides of each plateau. And then I got 8, or did I say 6 or 8? I got 8 of those. Then I got 8 of these smaller pieces that are 8 inches that are going to be in between those to create the plateaus with. And then these 6 smaller pieces are going to be under each plateau to alleviate the weight that's going to be resting on the screws otherwise. So yeah, this is, I'm just going to put this together. Let's get started. So I am going to start by building the plateaus first, and I might not show the whole process because it's repetitive, because I have to do it 4 times, but yeah, we'll see. Let's get started with the first one. Okay, so here we are again. All 4 of them are done now, as you can see. I put 12 screws in each, and now I'm just going to determine which side I want the front to be, and I'm going to line them up, and then I'm going to attach the 6 feet poles. I am going to keep 18 inches in between each plateau. So I will be back once that's done. Welcome back. I attached the bottom legs. Unfortunately, my battery for my drill died, so I can't do the top row yet, and I still need to attach the other 2. But I actually decided to use some clamps, you know, just to hold them in place, and I made lines right there on both sides, just so that I know exactly where it has to go. So yeah, as you can see, the screw is right there, and then it gave out, so I have to wait for about an hour before I can continue. So far I only put 1 screw on each side, and the reason why I did that is because I want to be able to still move these plateaus to attach the other legs, so that I can make sure that it's leveled. So yeah, I just started measuring from this side, and then I just measured 18 inches in between each shelf, from the top to the bottom of the next one. And that's how far I've come so far. So we just gotta wait for the battery to charge, and then I will continue. So just pick up where we left off. The battery has charged a little bit, so I put 1 screw in each plank right now. You know, so these legs are semi-attached, and right now I'm just checking the level. So I put the 3rd leg on with some clamps, and I was just checking to see if it's leveled, because that is very important. So I just did this one, and it turns out they are all perfectly leveled, which is great. I was able to adjust them since they're only attached to the back. So all these planks are leveled, except for the top one. I still have to adjust that one a little bit. And after I screwed on this leg, it is time for me to attach the other leg, just with 1 screw. Just want to, you know, double measure everything, make sure that everything is leveled correctly, which is very important with aquariums. And unfortunately, some of the pieces of wood were shorter than others. It won't influence the way how the aquariums are going to be on these plateaus, but yeah, there will be it will be slightly different in the back. It won't be as tight as like right here in the front, as you can see, because that's entirely straight. Don't know if you can see that properly. Yeah, it's completely flat. But here in the back, that won't be the case, because this little piece here was shorter than, for example, that one down below, this little piece. So because of that, the whole thing is slightly shorter, as you can see, and there's nothing I can really do about that. So yeah, so I'm just going to screw that together and on to the next part. So here we are again. I attached all the legs. I didn't put in all of the screws yet. I'm actually really tired. It's been a pretty long day. I would really like to take a shower, so I still have to sand this this wall unit. And yeah, I have to put some more screws on the side over there as well. And I still have a few 2x4s that I want to attach like right underneath here to make it a bit more stable on all of the sides and a bit more supportive. And I still want to sand everything too, but I had 3 empty 10-gallon tanks. These are not the ones that are actually going to go on here, but I had them, so I figured I could set it up just to kind of, you know, give you guys an idea of how this is going to look. And the top shelf I'm just going to use for storage. Like, I'm going to put some plastic boxes on there. And that's it. Once it's in its place, I will anchor it to the wall as well. Just so that it doesn't get wobbly. And yeah, that's it. It was a pretty challenging project, especially, you know, if you don't really have a great space to work. Bedroom isn't ideal, but it is what it is. So yeah, I hope that you you guys enjoyed this DIY 10-gallon aquarium rack, and yeah, to be continued, or I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.